Anyone who has used the Sony a7S II mirrorless camera knows of its incredible power and capability. I have personally used it for television production work over the past year or so as a B camera. While I do love the a7S II, it is clear to me that there is room for some serious improvement moving forward. Today, let's look at the top 5 features I'd like to see in a Sony a7S III. Now, it is rumoured that the Sony a7S III could appear on the horizon as early as first quarter 2019. So I figured now could be our last opportunity to get our thoughts out there to Sony as to what we'd like to see in the Sony a7S III. Okay, this is just my top 5 wish list features based on what I want professionally from the a7S III. You might have a different top 5 wish list. Okay, first up, at number 5, is dual card slot recording. Working in TV production, any camera that doesn't have dual slot recording can be a gamble that can cost immeasurably high problems. If one card fails or has corruption issues, dual slot recording can save your skin. This is a must for any serious workflow. Alright, at number 4, dual pixel autofocus system. Okay, the latest generation of Sony cameras, including the a7 III and the a7R III, both have much improved autofocus systems similar to Canon's industry standard dual pixel autofocus system. So I would expect this to appear in the a7S III. Now, of course, we use manual focus 90% of the time in TV work, but whenever you're on a gimbal or a slider, the dual pixel autofocus could certainly come in handy. Number 3, larger battery capacity. Every current Sony a7S II shooter has to carry a ton of batteries on any shoot. They last a maximum of about 45 minutes. In fact, I usually carry these. Yeah, that's right, that's 10 batteries. They're really small, so they get muddled up and they're easy to lose in deep pockets. So bigger and more powerful batteries is a must for the Sony a7S III. Number 2, improved sensor. While the sensor in the a7S II is pretty good, it does pale in comparison to its bigger brothers, the FS5 and the FS7. It would be great to see an improvement in the sensor. Currently we have 120 frames a second at 1080p, but can you imagine that at 4K? That's what I'd like to see. Also, an improvement to say 15 megapixels is not beyond acceptable gains, right? This would be great for time-lapse recording and still photography. Now, of course, the camera body may have to grow to accommodate a larger, better sensor, but that's a small price to pay. But this is something I really want to see moving forward into 2019 and beyond. Okay, before we talk about number 1, here are a couple of honorable mentions that didn't quite make the list in no particular order. Joystick. Canon and Nikon are all over this. Where are you, Sony? We need that joystick on the back of the camera. Touchscreen. This would be great, but it's not essential. Flip out rotating screen. Canon 6D Mark II already has this, and a lot of smaller cameras have this. Sony, you're lagging behind in this front. Better viewfinder. This is already pretty good, but the sensor switch between the screen and the viewfinder is hypersensitive, forcing me to turn one or the other off. I'd love to see this change, as I suspect this is one of the real battery eaters. Alright, this is it. This is my number 1 feature that I want to see in the Sony a7S III. 10-bit recording. Did you guess that? See, 8-bit recording was just starting to disappear from serious cameras when the a7S II was released back in 2015. But of course, DSLR and mirrorless cameras didn't really need to worry about that for their market. Fast forward to 2018, and now we're seeing a lot of camera companies take 10-bit recording much more seriously. Now, yes, I know Sony's bigger brother cameras, the FS7, the F55 and the F5, all have this capability, but I don't think it's beyond the realms of acceptability seeing this jump into a mirrorless camera. For me, a lack of 10-bit recording is the only thing that holds me back using my Sony a7S II on bigger projects that demand the depth and tonal range that 10-bit recording can afford you. So if Sony do add 10-bit recording, it may just push them out of reach from their competitors such as Panasonic and Canon in the professional videography space for years to come. Well, there you have it. Those are my top 5 features that I'd like to see in the Sony a7S III. Now, all we have to do is wait for the damn thing to come out with my complete wish list. What are the top 5 features you'd like to see in the Sony a7S III? Let's compare and discuss our geeky tech specs down in the comments below. As always, thank you so very much. Every single one of your views really means the world to me. If you like my content, why not hit that sub button and ping that little bell so you never miss a video from me. As always, thanks for watching and I will catch you in the next one. Bye for now, guys.